Hello everyone, Teeny here. I hope your day's going wonderful. I'm so glad you're joining me. Today I have a fun project to share with you. We're using two new items at Simon Says Stamp. They're part of the Sunny Vibe release. If you hadn't had a chance to check it out, I'll leave a link down below. Lots of fun items over there. Today we're playing with the Around the World stamp set. This is a large 6x8 stamp set, and I'm also using the earth die that these two could actually be layered together if you wanted to stamp and then cut them out. I thought with this we do a little bit of watercoloring, and so I'm going to bring in some of my watercolor cardstock. The cardstock that I'm using is from Ranger, and it is Ranger's Distress Watercolor cardstock. I'm using this because it's more white. We're going to start by taking some Distress ink cubes. This is peacock feathers, and I'm just going to smush it on my craft mat here. I'm going to mix the colors a little bit. And just because I want a little vintage look, I'm going to add a little bit of vintage photo. Okay, now I'm going to take my Distress sprayer. We're going to add some water here. And then I'm just going to swirl these together. Okay, I'm going to take my cardstock and I'm going to do it textured side face down. And we're just going to go ahead and add some color. I'm going to dry this. And then I'm going to add a little bit more. So here are my two panels, okay, where you're going to clean this off. I'm going to keep my oxide inks out because we're going to actually do a little bit of stamping. I'm going to take another piece of watercolor. Now these ones I like the texture facing up. This one I'm going to flip over because we're going to do some stamping on it. So the texture is facing down. We have the smooth side up. I'm going to go ahead and open up my stamp set. And I'm going to stamp the hot air balloon and a couple of clouds. I'm going to treat my paper with my anti-static powder tool. And we're going to go over our images. I'm going to use my VersaFine Onyx Black ink. So we'll just stamp these. I'm also going to stamp one more cloud too. So we have 3 clouds, 2 hot air balloons, and our greeting. I'm going to bring in some of my clear embossing powder. Let's go over our images with clear embossing powder. And I'll use my heat gun and melt this. Okay, let's bring back my craft mat. And I'm just going to I'm not coloring in the clouds or the greetings. I'm just going to do some simple coloring with the hot air balloons. And I'm using these 3 inks. I have mustard seed, spiced marmalade, and I have picked raspberry. Okay, my hot air balloons are done. And then what we're going to do next is I'm going to trim away my greeting. I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut out all of my clouds. I'm pretty sure that Simon has a coordinating die that will cut these out. And I'll list it down below. And then I'll take this die here and I'm going to cut this out twice with our ink smushed backgrounds. So I will do that and I will be right back. Once I have everything die cut out, I did die cut out a circle that was slightly larger than my globe or my world. What we're going to do is, I'm happy that it stayed together because I'm just going to flip this over, and on the area that I know where it's the water, I'm going to add glue here. Okay, then I'm going to take this and then I'm going to lay it down on my white circle. And then I can kind of flip up the areas that are going to be green. Let's go ahead and remove those. Since there's no glue behind it, it's very easy to lift up. Okay, and we'll just pop these out. And there's two little continents here that we need to pop out. So let me grab my craft pick here. And we're going to go ahead and just pop these out. Okay. Now we have this. Any areas that we need extra glue, I'm just going to go ahead and add that. Okay, now what we're going to do is take our glue and add it where all the land area is. Press down those areas really good so they adhere to that glue, and then I can carefully lift this up. And there is our world. I just love this. Now I didn't get it centered completely, but I think that's okay because we're going to be adding our hot air balloons and our clouds. Okay, I kept these pieces too because we're going to use these also. Okay, we're going to take our, now we're going to take our hot air balloon. I do want to mention that this is my original hot air balloon. I did another one because it was leaking outside the lines and I didn't go every other one with the yellow. I skipped one, so I just redid it. Okay, now I'm going to take some foam squares. We're going to pop these up. Kind of want them overlapping a little bit here. And then I'm going to add some clouds using some smaller foam squares. And then I went ahead and popped up my greeting. I'm not going to add them just yet. Okay. So I'm loving the way this looks. Now for my background on my card. Okay, I'm going to take these two panels and I'm going to cut out some strips here. I want some, maybe, let's see, we'll go a 1/2 inch strip. And this one, I think we can squeeze out a 1/4 inch strip here. Maybe a little bit more than a 1/4 inch. Okay. On my card base, I'm going to go ahead and bring in some glue. And I'm going to place them to the left of my card base. Maybe about 1/4 inch. I'll do the same with my green one. Wonderful. And then I thought we would add some of our airmail stripes. So I'm putting that on an acrylic block, and I'm going to use my Memento ink to stamp. I'm going to stamp my postage stripes here. And I'm just going to keep this black and white. Okay, we're going to take our world, we're going to add some foam tape behind here, and then we're going to pop this up on our card. Love the way that looks. Okay, to finish off the card, we're going to bring in a little bit of pizzazz sparkle. I'm going to bring in my Assorted Moonshine sequins. And I didn't want to bring in any color because we have a lot of color going on here. And what we're going to do is go ahead and place some clear sequins in our background. And that will finish off my card today. Actually, you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to do one more thing before I go. This corner here, I'm going to take my corner rounder and I'm just going to round this corner. And that's my card for today. A little bit of watercoloring with our distressings. A little die cutting, a little stamping. Hope you get a chance to check out the Simon Says Stamp new release. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.